pick peaches? Well, when they're ripe, of course. Experts are often asked this question, and of course farmers need to know when to take the crop from the tree. But often it's not an easy decision, and you only get one chance to get it right. There are three methods of determining ripeness of stone fruit. The first method is to check the color and size of the fruit to be picked and instruct staff to pick the fruit of that size and color. When picking peaches, many farmers will instruct the pickers to only pick the big fruit with the lime green background. Nectarines become dull in appearance when they are ripe. The second method of determining ripeness is by doing a pressure test on the fruit. The farmer will do the pressure test in the orchard using a penetrometer. He removes a section of the skin on each side of the fruit so that the test can be done directly to the flesh of the fruit. Depending on the variety, the fruit is ready to be harvested at a certain pressure reading. The third method is to measure the sugar content of the fruit. A sample of the fruit is cut in half, some of the juice is squeezed onto the prism of a refractometer, and the sugar content can be read. Sugar content, however, is not a very accurate measurement of maturity, because in certain cases the fruit may be ripe and ready, but the sugar content may be a little low. Often some fruit on a tree will ripen before other fruit on the same tree. The farmer will then harvest only the ripe fruit, leaving the others for a later harvest. The same peach tree will have to be harvested at least 3 times in one season, and often as many as 6 times, taking only the ripe fruit at each pass. Pressure and sugar tests are done to help the farmer to make his harvest decision, but the best method is to pick by color and size. The picking action for peaches is critical. The correct way to pick a peach is to take it in the palm of your hand and lift it up so that the peach breaks away, leaving the stalk on the tree. Care must be taken not to damage the shoulder of the fruit against the branch. You cannot pull dessert fruit off the tree. If the fruit is pulled off the stalk, a bit of flesh will be ripped from the fruit, lowering its value and making it unsuitable for sale as a dessert fruit. Pulling the fruit will also create finger bruises. Wet cloths can be draped over the packing bin to keep the temperature of the fruit down. The peaches are put into refrigeration after being picked to slow down the ripening process before going off to the market. The main method of determining the ripeness of plums is by doing a pressure test with a penetrometer. Depending on variety, the fruit is ready to be picked at between 4 and 9 kilograms of pressure per cheek. The farmer will do the pressure test, check the color of the fruit to be picked, and instruct staff to pick the fruit of that color. Plums are picked into buckets and then transferred into packing bins. The biggest problem with plums during harvest is the development of rub marks. More than one fruit in the hand at a time is not advised, as damage will be caused as they rub against each other. Plums should be picked in the early morning, as in the late afternoon they tend to be more susceptible to rub marks. A plum with a hot skin will develop rub marks more easily than a plum with a cold skin. Each bin can hold around 450 kilograms of fruit. Nectarines are ready to be harvested when the fruit loses its shine and becomes dull in appearance, as well as by measuring the sugar content and firmness of the flesh. It's quite easy to see the shiny appearance of the unripe fruit next to the ripe one. Nectarines are picked into a picking tray and placed gently with the point facing upwards. The tip of the nectarine has more water than the rest of the fruit and is more at risk for handling damage. They are much more hardy than peaches, however, and do not damage as easily. So there's nothing like a careful human touch during the harvest. Check out our other movies on the website, and please give Fruit Grow a call should you need any further information.